Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager. We're already of the 5th of June because I forgot to record, but we have a sponsor offer. So I'm gonna show you that now. Okay, we got another offer from Continental. It says automotive industry, but we all know they have great tires. And I am not sure what to do here. It's quite a big difference in money, so 452 per year to be the second sponsor, 412. So that's 40k more. That's a real big upgrade we can get for our new riders coming in. So I'm really thinking of just taking the Continental deal instead. Also, it's for a shorter amount of time. And in my headcanon, then we use the Continental tires for our bike, the GP 500s or something like that. I don't know. Or 5000. I don't remember. Anyway, it is definitely something to consider. Let's move to the 11th. That's where we will have the deadline for the first offer. Maybe some other offers come in as well. Okay, we got one more offer from Ferrari. 1 year contract to be maybe the second sponsor. They allow to be the second sponsor, and it's even higher than Continental by quite a bit actually. 480, 452. I'm gonna refuse the one from Continental. I'm gonna refuse the one from Orkvaito. Even though I like them, it is a 5-year contract, and just the difference is huge. That's an entire trainer salary we can pay with that. Also, the advantage of this, it's 1 year. We can look at another one next year. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's the best way to go. I will wait until the 25th for replying to them, just in case something else comes up. Simin is still underway, and I'd rather have them as our sponsor. If the offer is close to the one of Ferrari, I might prefer them over Ferrari. If we would take the sponsor offer from Ferrari, then kind of in my headcanon, I will think that we are adapting our bikes to be more Ferrari-like. You know, the car, the bike, it has this kind of connection. And actually, I can remember from way back, there used to be a Ferrari themed Colnago. If I can find it, I will put it on the screen now. And I think that's kind of the way we will go, in at least in my headcanon, on how we would do this sponsorship. Yeah, this is it here. I found it on a second-hand website. As you can see, it's a really cool looking bike. A little bit older. There's no integrated cockpit, and as you can see, Massa and Kimi Raikkonen were in the ad for this bike. A nice logo at the front, the Ferrari logo, so I think it would go right there. And so our Icelandic team, maybe with a touch of blue instead of black, instead would ride with a bike like this. Of course, also depending on our bike sponsor of next year. Okay, let's get racing. Today we start with the ZLM Tour, which I am not gonna show, by the way, only if some cool stuff happens. And then we'll definitely come back for the Arctic Race of Norway. And in the meantime, I'll just try to get as many points as possible. Alright, there's the deadline to sign with Ferrari. There's only 3 other companies that are considering us, and I'm just a bit concerned. Maybe I'll wait. I'll press wait. Okay, we have the 30th. Maybe we can try to see what the offer of Simin is here before we actually sign. Alright, we have very good news. We won in the ZLM Tour, which is a 2.1 race. We won the GC, which nets us 145 points. And as you can see, this would get us inside the top 100. Of course, not everything is set yet. We still need to make sure that every 2026 points that's coming up we get, but it's a good sign. as well as the ranking in the continental standings. We are going up, which is very good because we want to get in that Continental Pro. So now we can finally fight for a popularity of 4. For that, you need to get into World Tour races, and that's only possible as soon as you get into Continental Pro. But for that, we just need a lot more points. All right. It says here Ferrari is losing patience. I think we're just gonna sign them. The amount of money that we get from them is so much more compared to the other ones. So it's only for 1 year. We will get the custom bike made for us. At least that's what my headcanon says. So let's sign them. This is a huge amount of money that really can get us the best, team around us and also the best gear. So we're just gonna do it. Another year with Ferrari. We had them once before, and we will end up with 1,171,000, which already is about 90k more than what we have now. And we might even get an upgrade from our main sponsor anyway. So this is definitely a good sign for the next seasons. Alright guys, a major milestone here. We finally have a green stat for an Icelandic rider. We have a 70 hill stat on Bramson and a 69 mountain stat as well, so that's very good for the future. We also have some news on the scouting front. There we go. Frioriksdottir is completely scouted now, and as we can see, for us it doesn't really look very great, but the main thing that he's a barrier, so he will have a great flat stat for us to help us and be a good domestique. Alright guys, it is signing time, opening of the transfer market, so let's actually do that. Of course, first of all, and most importantly, our young guys. We will make sure they're here for 3 years. Dude, fine. You'll get more than my lead. Jesus Christ. Okay, and you open, yes, also the full 3 years. Somehow you're not happy by that either. So there we go. If we go to these guys then, Gunnarsson, Brecki, open 2 points, 1 year, 2.5. Perfect, thank you. And then Gudmundsson, 1 year, 2.5. There we go. We'll sign all of them. And that means for the next year, we'll have actually 8 people in our ranks. I'm not gonna sign any Norwegian guys anymore. We got our .pro race. I just really hope that we can make it to the pro team tier. So yeah, let's see if that's possible, and otherwise we'll do it with this team. I'm actually super happy. A lot of 2 stars, and of course we are very close to becoming a 3-star with Bramson. Alright, the race for this episode that we're gonna follow is the Arctic Race of Norway. Of course, we already got our .pro victory, but nevertheless, when we look at this race, actually it looks quite interesting for us. The first one ends with an uphill and then a downhill to the finish, about 8k, so maybe we can get separation there and go for a win. Then the sprinting stage also has like a slight uphill where we can get separation. This one's gonna be tough. To get something here, we need to be in the front. And then this one, I think this one is the one with the most potential for us. We really need to be at the front over there at the end and then just rocket over. I think we can definitely get maybe a top 10 here, even though the opposition is super, super, super strong. But this might solve a lot of our problems. We are still not in the clear to get our goal here with the rankings. We are at 97, but it's not enough buffer to be sure. And a race like this one, a 2.pro race, really gives us 20 points for a stage win, and most importantly, a lot of points if we can get a good GC. So let's hope for that. All right, let's start with that first race. That uphill at the end is super interesting for us. Let's try to be at the front there and then exploit the downhill to our advantage. Bramson is in a neutral day today, but that's fine. Let's make sure we're at 90. And then we'll have to check for that up and down hill. We need some guys with good hill stats. So Gunnarsson, you can protect. And then we have to choose between these two. The sprint can help us though right at the end. So I'm gonna try to get Kristin Johnson over there as well. Okay, and now we hope that the peloton does the work for us, making sure that the attackers don't stay away too long. The GC is really the goal here. I could go for some small seconds here, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. So let's see what happens there. If I can get some, I will definitely go for it, but it's not a guarantee at all. I am gonna get to try to gain seconds here. Unfortunately, it will be only 2, I think. Yeah, 2. Better than nothing, definitely. 5k to go to the sprint, but more importantly, right after that, we will have the uphill there, so hopefully we can get some separation on that one. Oh shoot, I also have no bottles anymore. It's too late to get after those. Right now, the most important thing is try to get separation on that hill. 2k to go, so they're going for the sprint. I do not really care about that, but I do care what comes after it. So we're gonna continue that pace over the line. And clearly we're not the only ones with that ID. Come on, get to the front. Yes, perfect. Really just full gas for all of it, in the hopes that we can drop 1 or 2 riders here. Oh, it's gonna be tough though to actually do that. Johnson over the top here will lead us out for the sprint. Schurbach's in the attack over there. And we can start sprinting. I'm actually gonna do that with Johnson already, because it did go downhill from here as well. Maybe that's a bit too early, or too late actually. Damn it. Bramson, no. A 6th place, not bad. Unfortunately, we won't gain any second or points from that. In the end, we're solid in 6th place right now, with those 2 seconds that we took as well. So it's definitely a possibility going forward to continue that. This is more of a sprint stage. I think I'm gonna try to go for the attack with Bramson right now. There we go. Bramson, go for the attack to get some points and some seconds in between. And then afterwards we'll drop back for the finish. I hope he's positioned at the front, but knowing my luck, he won't. Oh, he's actually positioned quite forward. So what we're gonna do with Johnson here, gonna go on 99, and Bramson, you're gonna follow him. This way, as soon as Bramson is in the wheel. Gunnarsson, just what the fuck are you doing? Attack here, sit down, sit down. Hopefully we're gone. It might be tough considering they're chasing us quite aggressively. Oh no, they're letting us go. Good, that's what I wanted. We really want to gain seconds. That's the reason why we're here. So if I notice that it's just impossible for us to get any seconds at all, I will probably head back to the peloton. There we go. We got seconds. That's the most important part. We got 1 second. So good. I'll continue going around with these guys. But I do need to regain some energy at least so I don't get dropped by the peloton as soon as they catch us. Yeah. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna drop back. It's no use. Let's make sure we get to the front with our train. And the main part for us is getting first to that little bump there so we can get some separation, like 4k to go maybe to that bit. We might be a bit too early as well. Oh, these guys are so good, so it might be too hard to get any separation at all. It's gonna start now, so good for Johnson to start sprinting here. Ah, we won't even get over first. So let's try to follow some other sprint train here. It's going flat. With 1k to go. We won't be coming in first here. Just try. But unfortunate. Yeah, no, this is too hard. There's too many good riders there. We barely get into the top 20. The hill was not strong enough for us to get any separation. But again, we're still quite good placed because of the seconds we took. So 2 races to go, which means we still have a way to get seconds and also to get points in the end. It's a good race day condition. We can work with that. We're not gonna be able to attack here. We're too far back. But that shouldn't stop us. So clearly these guys don't have the greatest day. So you're just gonna be there to protect. We might make it to a sprint there. So I'm just gonna do that with you. So we can set up for a sprint if possible. Oh, this is nice. Oh, damn it. Gunnarsson, sit down. Wait. Brake. Oh, shit. I think I was too late with the braking there. Oh no, I was in time. Good. Okay, we're gonna sit down again, except we're actually just gonna change up the way we're set up here because we're gonna use this same train for the last bit already. It's only 18k to go, so it wouldn't be too bad if we're already in the front. Okay, let's go full gas here with Gunnarsson. And then of course pop all our gels so we can really take advantage of this situation here. With only 4k to go. We're not gonna be in front the entire time, but that's insane, not really necessary. We just want to stay as close to the front as possible to lose the least amount of time possible. I don't think we're gonna win here. At least that will be very, very hard to achieve for us. Just are gonna do at best to stick to the front as much as possible so we can launch Bramson when we need it. Look at these guys go. It's impossible for us to follow them. I'm gonna go at 95, and Johnson can try to protect, but he's, yeah. We're gonna get lost pretty soon. Last bit is super steep as well. Yeah, I think we've done the best possible. Top 10 is fairly decent for us in these kind of races. And we moved up some positions because some people got dropped. A 5th place in the GC definitely nets us some points. So now the last race, possibly even the most important one, with that dot at the end, I think with some shenanigans, we can get separation there, and through the downhill we can win. I think so. Yeah, that's a horrible race day condition for Branson, but still we're not gonna let that get us down. We are gonna be here in the front with the other GC dudes. We're gonna put up 95 because these hills are super steep and super short. Do we want to go for the intermediate sprint? Maybe we do actually. On 99. He's done for. Then Eriksson. Make sure that there's no one coming from the back. I don't think so. Johnson to take over, and there the line is already. So yeah, we need those points and we're gonna get them fairly cheap. We'll make it over the top with the entire team, at least the ones that are still supposed to be there. And then Gunnarsson, Johnson, and Bramson will go there, while Sprinter Johnson will take us to the front so that we can set up the sprint here right before the mountain starts. We pop our gels here of the entire team, and now we go. Go, 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 go. Not sure if it worked the right way. Yeah, maybe Bramson followed Johnson again. Yeah, they're gonna swarm over us. Yeah. Maybe not perfect, but we still got some separation, and who knows, with the seconds we can gain a place or two. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get a win, but it was a decent race. I'm quite happy, and let's see what our final standing will be. 11th in the race, and we gained one more spot. It's a bit unfortunate that we couldn't get a win. I'm pretty sure otherwise we would also have the stage race win, but in the end, 4th place in GC, if we go to scale here in 2.pro race, gets us 100 points in the end. So I think we should be very happy with that. It might even be enough to guarantee us a position in the top 100. I'm not sure what it would mean for our general standing here, but maybe we can gain there as well. I think the top 35 gets a .pro license, so we're definitely battling for that again. And maybe with the races coming up, we can this time guarantee it as well. So, as you can see, we did get an update, and right now we're in 89th, which is of course the top 100. with 907 points. However, if we go here, we have 762 points in the year. 762, that would get us not yet in the top 100, quite close though, so we do need to get some points again to be 100% sure, and I still would like to gain some points here so we can get that Continental Pro license. It would be unfortunate if we don't get it once again, but we can only try. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. The next episode, we will write all these races, and then, of course, the races I will show you are the ones here, the Tour de Langkawi, and then we also do the seasonal wrap-up. We need to get a few more points here this season. I'm fairly certain we're gonna get them, and I'm even gonna try to do really a good results in these, not only to get our points, but to make sure that we actually deserve that upgrade. I'm looking forward to it. Like always, like, subscribe, all that stuff, leave a comment. This is still a passion project for me, so I'm gonna still keep doing this. Doesn't really matter how much people watch, but it's always nice to know that people are interested in this kind of content. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you had a great day. See you next time.